Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show. Entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about our confessions about everything. The confessions of Steven and Jill. And you might be asking yourself, what the hell does this have to do with real estate? And here's the deal. I wrote all these. This week I wrote the topics myself. And it's as a direct result of constant questions Jill and I are getting. The show's getting bigger, and our group's getting bigger, and so we're always saying, you can ask us anything.
Yeah. and it's the more members we have, the more they do.
And it's become a big careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
In fact, so many questions are coming in, which I think is great. That's why we're here.
Right.
We have a Thursday call that we've as of this Thursday, we'll be splitting up for people who have more advanced questions and people who are just starting out. And guess who's going to run each of those? Jill's going to run the newer people, and I'm going to run the more advanced group.
Mm-hmm.
The advanced group doesn't care about what we wear every day. They care about real estate deals, and I think that's great.
I don't think anybody cares about what we wear every day.
Not that, but that's an exaggeration. But
okay.
It's not like, Jill, do you dye your hair? It's not questions like that.
Oh, I'll answer that.
What is the answer to that?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah? Not just yeah?
Oh, sure, why not? It's fun. My hair changes. Sometimes it's darker. Sometimes I have highlights. It's fun. I'm a girl.
I noticed. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Joseph asks, "Hi guys, my understanding is that Florida doesn't allow non-judicial foreclosure. Do you still use seller financing or only do cash sales? Thanks."
This is a very good question, and I honestly don't know about the foreclosure procedure in Florida. But we do not almost ever. In fact, I can't think of a single property that we do seller financing on any longer.
Exactly.
And it's not because it's not viable. We have many members. And it's in Land Academy 1.0 is packed full of advice. We've done a lot of terms. We call it
I still have a few that are hanging out there.
Really?
There's still payments coming in. Yeah. But we don't actively seek them out now anymore. Mm-mm.
It's just a lot more work.
That's why.
But if you're that kind of personality, it all comes down to your personality. That's what I talk about in Land Academy 1.0. If you're that kind of person, like, Jill and I have a personal friend in Arizona. He's got like 120 rental houses. They're all paid for, free and clear, and he loves it. He collects, makes a couple $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
Collecting rent and dealing with all this stuff. That's just not who I am.
Yeah, we don't want to be handymen.
No,
but he loves it. The washer's broken. He shows up and does it
personally.
I know.
So that's the kind of personality he has. Every rental house that Jill and I have ever purchased, it lasts like 6 months, and it's not because the tenants are bad or it's hard to manage. We buy it so cheap. It's like, here's the methodology that I go through.
Yeah.
We bought this house for $100,000. It's worth $200,000, and the rent, we're charging $1,000 rent. It's going to take us, how many years is it going to take we can sell it for $200,000 right now or $225,000?
Right.
Why would what the heck? The spread on this and all of it, it's going to take like 6 years to recoup this cost.
Right.
So yeah, there's an equity piece and a balance sheet piece and the whole thing, but I don't know. We're just really good at buying property, and buying it inexpensively. It's just way more profitable. The answer is, it depends on you.
It's personal preference.
Do both.
That's what I say.
And see what you like. Fortunately, yesterday we talked about relationships or working with your spouse. Fortunately, she and I agree.
It's true.
If we didn't, we would probably, as deals come in, let's say Jill loves terms deals. If we didn't, I think we'd probably just shove some of those deals to you.
And I would manage them. It's not that neither way is crazy. It's just whatever you want to do. And we have a lot of members that's their thing. They're like, you know what? I've been following you guys. I've been with you for a year and a half, and I'm now at $5,000 a month, and by the end of 2019, I'll be at $20,000 a month. I got it all figured out. I know how to do it. And all just seller financing.
That's awesome.
That's it. And that's the way they want to do it. And they created their own system. Well, we showed how to do it, and they like it. And now and then one falls through and they don't care. They have the stomach for it, or a payment. A guy needs to change his payment from the beginning of the month to the middle of the month, or something like that. Whatever. And that's their thing because they know it's going to carry on for years.
Yeah. Well, forever.
Mm-hmm.
50% of the property that you sell on terms, you take back, since we're talking about foreclosure here.
And being honest.
Yeah.
And true confessions.
I've heard some people say it's closer to 90%. We don't, we never let it go to term, or we used to. We always say, hey, you've paid, in true to form, just like the rental houses. You've been paying on this for a year. What do you say you pay $1,000 by next Thursday, and then we just deed it to you?
Yeah.
Because we're cool like that.
Exactly.
Every state has just to wrap this up, every state has some type of foreclosure mechanism. Think of it from a single-family residence, personal residence standpoint.
Right.
If you stop paying your mortgage, the bank has to do something. So there's judicial foreclosure states, which is what Arizona and California are, and there's non-judicial foreclosure states. There's several different ways that you can foreclose. Here's the takeaway from this question. Before you do term sales in the state that you're doing it in, make sure you know the procedure for foreclosure. Cool. There's usually 2 ways to do it in every state. Through escrow or not, through yourself. Through a land contract. And we always do contract. I learned that the hard way a long time ago. So this is a topic for a whole episode, or it's not the actual venue to go into that.
Thank you.
Because Jill wants to stay awake. Today's topic, the confessions of Steven and Jill. This is the meat of the show. You want to ask me some questions, Jill, or should I ask you?
All right, I'll ask you. Let's start there. What's your typical day like, Steven? What's your typical day? And what's your dream day? I want to know both of them.
My typical day is get up really early, like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Usually brainstorm. The stuff that I love to do is the startup portion of new companies. That the big picture. Wow, what if we have a website that did this? What if we bought real estate? What can this work in Canada? I'm going to spend all day researching whether or not we can get the assessor data in the Canadian provinces. By the way, I haven't been able to figure that out yet. The answer is no so far. Australia, yes.
Didn't we have some? We had some that we did because we have property on the eastern side.
We can't send mail out there yet. We can't get a database.
Okay.
It exists, but nobody sees the point.
Right.
Like I've had a meeting with RealQuest about that, and they say, yeah, the data's there, but nobody cares.
Got it.
And it's not. We all love Canada. But
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my typical day is that would be my dream day.
Oh, that's your dream day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just research all day and doing mail.
Okay.
And data and manipulating data and starting new companies.
Okay, what's your actual day now like?
We have a 10:45 stand-up meeting that I go to 50% of the time with all of our staff, all of them. Some of them are on Skype, some of them are in our actual office. At 10:45, then I, true to form, like we teach, I just do what is in Outlook. I do what my calendar says, and some people put stuff in there for me to do, and I put the vast majority of it. And right now, for whatever reason, marketing is just all what we're doing. We figure out everything. That's the truth of it. This is confessions. We have absolutely figured out how to buy cheap real estate. So when you really think about that, that lends itself to just being filthy, stinking, jet rich. Really, if you can buy a house for $100,000 that's worth $200,000 and you can do it 25 times a day, that's billions of dollars that are going to happen. Here's the problem. Since this is confession. There's people involved, and people will disappoint you.
Yeah.
So that's my true challenge. And
people get in the way of deals sometimes.
And that acquisition position, the root of being a good acquisitions person is wanting to do deals. So every acquisition person, I was an acquisition person for years. I still am. They always have stuff going on the side. They always think in the back of their head, wow, this deal came in. I'm going to do it myself. I don't need Steve and Jill. So it's a very, very difficult position to fill in-house, that acquisition / transaction coordinator.
It's true.
So it ends up just being Jill and I, because we obviously trust each other.
It's true.
And it's a pain in the butt. Doing deals is a pain in the butt. But it's crazy profitable. And it's better than flipping burgers. So that's why we're here.
Hey, true confession. At one time, we discussed flipping burgers.
We did.
We have a home. We have a home here in California. We have a home in Scottsdale, and each time it's a lot easier. It's a lot cheaper. Let's just say it's a lot less expensive to operate the home in Scottsdale.
It's 1/10. It's 10%.
Than it is to operate
It costs 10%.
the home here. So we have discussed this since you said flipping burgers. We've said, you know what? There's times when we're like, I might consider flipping burgers and living in Scottsdale. That was years ago.
Yeah. That was a
We did joke about that.
alcohol-driven.
Yes. Well, full disclosure.
Jill and I know how to have fun.
That's true.
We do not suffer from. We do a lot of horsing around.
You know what's funny? Full disclosure. We have not been horsing around as much as we
I noticed
consistently used to. We used to have so many days where I felt like 3 days a week we didn't go in because we're just having so much fun. Because you wake up and we're having breakfast, and next thing you know, brunch. Next thing you know, it's lunch, and like, I might take a shower. And then I'm like, I'm not going in. Are you going in? No, I'm not going in. Let's get on our bikes.
Yeah.
So we haven't done that. We used to do that a very healthy amount, and we've been so focused right now, probably because of live events, and House Academy, and 2.0, and Land Academy Light, and all the things that we have that we just released or are in the works right now. So we've been like busting it. So it's funny because even last night we had a conversation over champagne in the kitchen, which some kitchen karaoke with champagne in our hands.
Yep.
And I said, we need to goof off a little bit more. We haven't had many of those. It's been a long time since we had a day where we just went to the movies. That was our day. So maybe we should hurry up and do that today.
I agree. The way that we do deals now is actually really, really conducive to our lifestyle. We have we send mail out, which is easy, by the way. After you do one or two mailers, especially with offers to owners, how we have it, our staff does it for us. I just price it. And you can do that too, to some degree. So you should, if you're a member, you should use that to your benefit. Call offers to owners and you'll get Omar and he'll hook you up.
Yep.
So the mail goes out. Our transaction coordinators, wherever they may be, some of them are in-house or local, some of them aren't, answer the phone. The good, the bad, and the ugly, they answer it, bring the deals in. Jill usually talks to the seller one or two times just to make sure that it's a real deal, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I approve it or don't approve it, and we don't do any more work.
So then we can go have fun. I'm going to get back to the two confessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was a confession about how we do our deals.
Oh, okay. Got it.
People ask me all the time, come on, really, what do you do? That's what happens.
Thank you. All right, I want to know, do you have an end game money goal in mind?
Yeah.
How far away are we?
It'll happen in 2019, but I've changed it 15 times. It keeps going up.
It does keep going up. We're a year away from 2020, by the way.
I know.
That's pretty scary.
2009, this is my plan anyway.
Okay.
I plan on working crazy like we are now, all through 2019. And then that's it. I don't mean to retire at all.
My goal?
Hours are going to dramatically reduce, like 9 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday, and that's it.
Okay. So my goals are going to change for 2019, by the way. Mine are going to be my confession time. I need to better balance having fun because I haven't been doing that as well, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to get a whole lot of work done, but I'm going to throw a lot more fun in there for me personally, and then I will be that much better at work.
And Jill's starting her no show, which it's basically Jill's lifestyle, and it's more of a, correct me if I'm wrong here, more of a motivational /
And it's fun for me.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why, even though it's more work and it's a whole new show and a whole different thing, it's going to be a YouTube thing, and it will still be around what I do here with Land Academy, but a separate offshoot, like me personally and helping people in other businesses. So I'm excited. It'll be really good.
I'm excited too.
And it's like, that's, even though it's kind of more work, it's a whole new project. It's fun for me. So it's an outlet. So
All centers around real estate deals. Go ahead.
do you want to ask me some questions?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Like, the big question I have for you is, what do you like about what you do for a living and what don't you like? And please be super honest, because you usually sugarcoat stuff. Like, let's start with what you don't like. See? You can't even, that's what I thought.
What?
You really have to think about it.
I know. Okay, what do I don't like? You know what? I don't like being a slave to my calendar. And, right now, to get things done, I have to be a slave to my calendar, and it sucks.
It's not just right now.
It sucks for my personality type. It sucks. That's my point.
Jill, you're wealthy enough to not do anything.
Yes, I know, but nothing will get done. And there's things that I have to do. I have to work on
replacing you or getting the existing.
It's okay.
People.
This is not a vent. This is not a you solve my problem. I'm just telling you, I'm a slave to my calendar and I don't like it. So, but I've learned to accept it. I'm working through through it.
I've learned to accept Steve.
I've learned to accept Steven. I've learned to accept my calendar. I've learned to accept a lot of things. So,
well, you've done it again. You spent another 15 minutes or so listening to the Land Academy show. Join us next time where we discuss what we spend our time on.
We kind of covered a little bit there, but we'll answer more. And we're going to answer your questions posted on our online community, landinvestors.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
You didn't get me finish what I do like.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Save it for the after show.
Oh, you kind of cut me off there. I'm like, is that bad? Did I say something wrong?
No.
All right.
Nothing. Can't be bad. It's true.
You know what I do like? Number one, I absolutely love doing shows. I love, especially the live shows. I get butterflies in my stomach. I put my heart and soul in my Wednesday little, 30 to 1 minute, 1 hour, 30 minute to 1 hour Facebook live show. And we're working on expanding it to YouTube. We did it 1 week and the quality wasn't as good. So we're going to work on that and bring it back. But I love that. I love the anticipation and the questions and a little bit of nervousness, but it's so much fun for me. I love it. I do love it sounds cliche, but I love the part of helping people and I love getting feedback. We get it several times a week. I'd love it several times a day personally, because every time I get a little something, it's like it just makes me take a step back, breathe, and just go, wow, little notes that people's lives are changed even a little bit makes me so flippin' happy. Like,
that's why we do this.
I'm able to afford, my sick vet bill, or something. I don't know.
You know what? If you're a member, we have so many members who we just never hear from ever. If you're a member and this worked for you, and I know there's the vet,
Yeah.
We get probably once a week, we get a heartfelt thank you. You changed my life. We don't work anymore. This is what we do. If this is your case and you haven't sent us a note or you haven't done it recently, please send us a note, because we collect them. It really motivates our staff.
It does.
It really keeps,
motivates me.
I will say this. We will do this forever if people continue to send the feedback that they send right now.
It's awesome.
Is that fair?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it might at some point just be, we work our tail off. That's the truth. Both of us. We probably work, 10 to 12 hours a day. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
So, and I'll continue to do that if everybody loves it and it's working and the mail piece is working and all of it. It's rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about money anymore. That's the truth.
Thank you.
We're past all that.
Hey, speaking of which, by the way, because today's Wednesday, I have an announcement. If you have not watched my Facebook Live that aired a little while ago today, please go watch it. Because if you're thinking about doing this, I'm giving away a program.
Are you really?
I am.
Good for you.
Yep, I'm giving away a program, and I just announced on the show earlier today. I gave out the details of what's involved and what you need to do to be thrown into the drawing for a free program, which I'm going to announce the next Wednesday.
Outstanding.
Yay. A week from today. Thank you. Hey, and so wherever you are listening or watching, please rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.